With this technique, you're not only going to stay organized with your ads, but also you'll increase your conversions by 20, 30, 50, and even sometimes up to 100%. Now, before that, if you are new to my channel and you are looking to learn about Facebook ads and digital marketing, subscribe to my channel and click on that small notification bell. Now, this technique I don't only use for ads, but also for all my day-to-day activities. So if you're going to implement this, you'll operate better in your life and in your business. Now, this is the technique that I was talking about. So it's called campaign feedback loop. First, let's define what is actually a loop. When it comes to advertising, it's basically a structure, a system that it's following kind of a circle, and the purpose of a loop is to improve and maximize the results based on the data that we accumulated in the past. And what does this loop involve? We have basically here three parts. Now, first of all is what worked in this particular campaign. And we have to apply for every single aspect. When it comes to the imagery, the copies, and the branding, we have to cover all these three things in order to make this campaign feedback loop efficient. To give you a much clearer picture, let's go ahead and let's analyze based on an example. Let's say that for this campaign feedback loop, we will have a luxurious brand. So we will say that we sell some luxurious clothing. First of all, image and video. Let's say that we've run 3 creatives and one of that stand out in some kind of shape or form. Maybe it got much more results, where if you didn't get any sales but you see that it has high conversion rate, that can be taken and considered for analyzing for next and future campaigns. Let's say that the ad number 2 or number 3 worked the best, and there we had a dark background and a picture with a celebrity. When taking that information, we have to ask ourselves further, why did the marketplace respond well to that? What specifically they liked about that creative? And maybe it's because of a dark background, or it's because of that celebrity, or even it's because of that specific product. And then further, we have to ask ourselves, how can I push more into that and create more that type of content? And from here we can go in multiple directions. What do I mean by that is basically test in isolation to understand exactly, very specifically what that potential customer liked about that specific creative. So I can test an image or a video with just the dark background, but to change the person. Instead of having a celebrity, it's just gonna be a model, and see how it performs, and to see either the celebrity impacted positively the performance of a campaign or not. Also, another direction would be to create an image with a white background but using the same celebrity, right? And from there, after a couple days, I will notice what exactly is working the best, so I can push only that type of content. And the reason we want to do so many testings, some people maybe will ask, well, why do I need to test so many variables and to go so deep? The main reason of a testing is only one, and that is to reduce what's not working and only push and focus what is working the best, is only on the top 1%. We will always go through these 3 steps. Now, we don't want to stop only at the imagery, but we have to cover also the copy and the brand. So when it comes to the copy, let's say that again you've run 3 variations of copies, and one stand out in some kind of shape or form, and it got you some results. We have to take that particular copy and put it in the campaign feedback loop. Then again, we have to ask ourselves, why did the marketplace respond well to that? Well, maybe it's because we mentioned that it's handmade in London, or it's the Hollywood's favorite. So from here I can take again 2 different variations. One copy mentioning only the Hollywood's favorite, and one mentioning only that it's handmade in London. Again, we go very in depth to analyze every single word of that ad copy, and then after a couple of days, guess what? I will know very accurately what's working specifically for my ad account. And the same thing you do with branding. What you have to understand about the branding is, this is basically the overall picture, how the brand looks like. How do you make that first impression? If it's a luxurious brand, then probably you will need to have very high quality imagery with some specific colors that speaks directly to the consumer that this is a luxurious brand. Even as little as the color can position your brand as a specific category of a product in the marketplace. After sharing this with you, you will not wonder why only 10% of Facebook advertisers succeed with this platform and more than 90% fail with Facebook advertising. It's all about how serious you take the advertising and how willing you are to go deep and analyze every single aspect of your campaign. If you don't want to do this, what it happens, you're just gambling with your ads. You create one ad, you create one campaign, and then after a couple of days you create complete another campaign which doesn't make sense, where it's not relevant to what you have to do. And sometimes you might get some results in the short term, but in the long term you definitely are not gonna see good results with this particular platform. And even I would say with any kind of social media advertising platforms. On the other hand, if you follow this system, this structure, you'll get more conversions, you'll get more sales, and also you can increase your average order value, you can increase your customer repeat rate, because you go again and again through these 3 main steps to find out what's working and push more of what is converting the best for your brand. Now I want to circle back for 1 second why I mentioned in the beginning of this video that this technique is working so damn good with any actually aspect of your life. So for example, let's say that you are in a relationship and you did X things, and from there you noticed that your relationship starting getting better. Your boyfriend or your girlfriend felt much better with you. You felt like much more energetic with her. You felt much better. So from this point you can analyze, why did that X thing worked so well and impacted so positively our relationship? And you can do more of that. This technique works extremely well for every single aspect of your life. It's just working, trust me. Now back to our ad topic. If you want to run some campaigns and you want me to come up with a marketing strategy and run and manage your campaigns, make sure to book a quick chat with me. Follow the link below to schedule your call now. And again, my name is Archie and I will see you later.